It's not that often we get a Restomod in here that's been taken to this level, this extreme, yet looks so subtle. When you first glance at this 65 Buick Riviera, you think, somebody modified the car. It's a good looking car. It's sitting a little lower. It's got some bigger wheels. But when you really start to dissect the restoration and the modifications to this car and the subtlety of it, it really comes to light how much expense went into this car. And when I say expense, $1.3 million in expense to build this car. And when you look at it and dissect it, you understand why. Let me show you. Let's start at the body. For the most part, it's a basically stock looking body for a Riviera. You can see, they flush mounted the front and rear glass on the car. You can see the body lines are pretty much original other than in the rear. When you come to the back of the car, you can see they've Frenched in some lights. They've made their own bumper. They've changed the back pan. They've changed some shape to the car. They've molded in some items along the bottom of the rockers. You can see originally there used to be all this trim piece along the entire rocker. Well, they kept that theme, but this is the exhaust. The exhaust comes out of the rocker panel, really trick. You can see obviously all the gapping on the car is beautifully done, but for the most part, the lines are still the original lines. Nothing radical here. Then you look at the headlights in the front end of the car. Again, at first glance, looks like an original Riviera. But then if you look closely at the lights, the ribbing is actually spaced apart to match the grille. The turn signals match the upper part of the headlights, and then the bumpers are all hand built on it. All of this stuff is handmade, but it looks so subtle you'd barely notice it. And it doesn't stop there. When you look under the hood of this car, you'd go, doesn't look that radical. Let's take a peek here. At first glance, it looks like an old Nailhead, and that's exactly what they wanted to look like. What it really is an LSX, big horsepower, beautifully done, beautifully installed, air conditioning, power steering. Take a look at the engine. The valve covers are really down here, but what they've done is they've made all of these pieces to look like a Nailhead. The original air breather, again, looks very stock, but all hand built. The fan shroud, stock looking, but all hand built. Even the top of the radiator has that original feel, but it's a custom aluminum radiator. The only thing I can see that they've kind of left, and again, all in keeping with that, the spirit of making it look like a stock car until you get into all the subtleties. They have the original springs, but all of the inner fenders were hand built. The firewall's all smoothed out, but it still looks like a factory piece. And sometimes it's a lot harder to make something look OEM than it is to make it look modified. And they've done a beautiful job. Now, Detroit Speed did this entire build. They're obviously known for their front and rear clips and their suspension. So we know that this car is gonna handle well and work properly. Of course, it's all Detroit Speed, custom chassis, custom front end on the car. They took ZR1 brakes with a Bosch ABS so you control the amount of ABS on it. Again, very subtly done, beautifully done, but look at the size of the calipers and the discs in the front, just monstrous. All of the suspension, they can adjust the ride height, so I guarantee you this car runs and drives as good as it looks. The exterior, the engine bay, beautifully done. The interior is a work of art, again, with a very subtle sort of feel to it. So when you first look in the interior, you go, it's a Buick Riviera interior with some Recaros and some custom seats. But then as you sit in it and look closely, you have a very stock looking sort of shifter and console, but it's all hand built and beautifully done with this special sort of rosewood inlay in there. Then you look at the steering wheel and you see paddle shifts. It's got a 6L90 transmission, a 6-speed. Why not put a paddle shift on it? But again, how subtly they've done it. Just look at the steering wheel. It looks like a factory piece. A lot of this car looks OEM, and that's really the genius of this Restomod build. You look at all of the switching, it's all hand built. Even in the center here, you've got the door locks, you've got the parking brake, you got the remote trunk release. All of that stuff is hand built. The gauges, again, look like they're in the stock position, but beautifully done. The attention to detail is mind-boggling. The rest of the chassis, it's got an independent front, obviously, and an independent rear, but a 9-inch center section in it. Obviously, when somebody spends that kind of money, it's a passion project. It's something that they've always wanted to do, and Detroit Speed did a beautiful job of executing. This car is going to go to auction, so now it's going to be real interesting to see what it brings, and it won't be long before we find out.